Welcome to Lingua Wire English B1. Today, we have two stories: a new vaccine for deadly diarrheal disease and a new defense pact between Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at linguawire.com. A new vaccine and a very old disease. Now we go to Ethan, our Lingua Wire correspondent for health.
Diarrheal disease kills more than 1 million people every year, so this is a serious public health story.
And the word serious really fits here. What is new in this case?
Researchers tested a vaccine candidate called WRSS2, and the result was strong. In the trial, it was 89% effective at preventing one of the leading causes of diarrheal deaths, shigellosis.
89% is a big number. How did they test it?
They recruited 108 adults. Half got the vaccine, which used weakened Shigella bacteria in a liquid. The other half got salt water as a placebo. Then the team compared who got sick.
So this was not just a small lab idea. It was a real trial with a control group.
Exactly. And that makes the result more convincing, even though the group was still small. After deliberate exposure, 81% of the placebo group got sick. Some had diarrhea and fever before they received antibiotics.
That sounds like a harsh test, but a clear one. Why does Shigella matter so much?
Because it spreads through contaminated food and water, and it is more common where sanitation is poor. It is especially dangerous for young children. The report says nearly half of all diarrheal deaths are children under 5.
So this is not only about one disease. It is about clean water, housing, and basic health systems too.
Yes, and about childhood development as well. Doctors say children who survive Shigella do not always fully recover. They can have more hospital visits, poor growth, and even problems with learning.
That makes the vaccine more than a medical success. It could affect a child's whole future.
That is the hope. One expert said the result was the best efficacy seen so far. But there is caution too. This was a small adult trial, and larger studies are still needed, especially in children.
So the news is promising, but not finished yet.
Right. It is an important step, not a final answer. For a disease with no licensed vaccine, this is a strong sign.
A new defense pact and a lot of questions. Now we go to Chloe, our Lingua Wire correspondent for World Affairs.
Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey have signed a mutual defense pact, and that is the new development drawing attention.
It sounds like a major shift. What makes this agreement different?
The three countries want to show unity and strength, but they are being careful. Experts say the pact could start a wider regional bloc, but its defense promise is still unclear.
So the big headline is not just the signing. It is the uncertainty around what the pact really means.
Exactly. One analyst said an attack on one should be treated as an attack on all, but he warned that should does not always mean must. The language is strong, but the duty is unclear.
That is a careful distinction, and it matters. Why are these countries looking for this now?
They face different pressures. Pakistan has border conflict with Afghanistan and has exchanged fire with India in the past. Saudi Arabia has come under attack from Iran and its allies. Turkey has dealt with armed Kurdish groups for years. so each country is looking for more security.
And the wider region is already tense. Does this pact point toward a new balance of power?
Possibly, but analysts are cautious. They say the pact may be part of a bigger change in the Middle East. Countries are adapting to conflict, rivalry, and uncertainty, and some want more flexible partners.
That feels like a very practical move, not just a symbolic one.
Yes, Pakistan brings military strength and nuclear weapons. Turkey brings drone technology and defense production, and Saudi Arabia brings money. Together, they are trying to create deterrence, which means making others think twice before attacking.
So the idea is to prevent trouble, not invite it.
That is the message, but the real test will come later. The pact sounds bold, yet people still want to know who would help whom, in which conflict, and how quickly.
Let's look at 3 words from the health story. First, vaccine. A vaccine is a medicine that helps protect you from a disease. In the story, the vaccine was tested to see if it could prevent shigellosis. Example: the nurse gave the child a vaccine before the long trip. Second, trial. A trial is a careful test of a new medicine or treatment. In the story, researchers ran a trial with 108 adults to check if the vaccine worked. Example: the new drug is now in trial at 2 hospitals. Third, placebo. A placebo is something that looks like a real medicine but has no active drug in it. In the story, half the group got salt water as a placebo. Example: some volunteers took a placebo during the study. Now the grammar point was 89% effective. We use this pattern to say how well something worked in the past. Example 1. The vaccine was 89% effective at preventing one of the leading causes of diarrheal deaths. Example 2. The result was strong, but the trial was still small. Repeat after me: was 89% effective. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Today, we ask one small favor. LinguaWire only launched in March, and right now, word of mouth is everything to our small team. If you know someone who loves the news and wants to learn English, or any of our 6 languages, send them this episode. It's the best way to help us grow and improve our service.